if you hear purring as well, that's not me, I promise. There's a little cat here having a great time.
Sweet. I know my dog Lila, she doesn't like it when she's not getting attention, so she'll start barking. If you see my hand going down like that, it's because I'm trying to stroke her. I'm like, shush. Hello, this is Shina Sam, and this is once again an episode of Sunday Sessions with Northern Exposure. And tonight I'm joined by Sins from Portsmouth.
Hello, I'm Aaron. I'm the lead guitarist from Sins.
Hello, I'm Sam, and I am the bassist for Sins.
And the other two fuckers can be bothered to turn up, so it's just...
Where are the other two?
One's probably playing golf.
He's playing football, yeah.
You guys are, I suppose, a recent band in terms of Sins. You were previously known as the Pretty Visitors.
Yeah, 2012, I think it was. We gigged for a couple of years. Everyone went their separate ways for uni, travelling, kind of got back together end of 2018. And then it was really last year. Well, even at that point, we questioned whether we should change the name because it was a purely influence-based name. We wanted to completely rebrand, move away from that.
So is it all the original band members then that were in the band in 2012?
Yeah,
Sure
yeah,
is.
all of us still, yeah. I think with the band name, though, we were sat in a shed when we were like 17, 16. Well, no, 17, wasn't it? And we had like our first gig coming up at the local pub. And we had the gig organised. We had all the songs down. But we didn't have a bloody band name, so we didn't know what to do. And I think it was Connor who was like, "Well, that'll do, won't it?" And just pointed at the CD, and that was that. Like throwing a dartboard, or throwing a dartboard at throwing a dart at a globe, and just going there for your holiday. It's a bit like that. Then we started getting back together, and things got serious quite quickly, didn't they? And then had some big gigs, and I think we sort of realised we had to step it up a gear and change our name.
I think that's really cool that it's all the original band members from before. So you've all gone off and done like uni and whatever you've been doing. I didn't realise you've been together so long. So
Yeah,
Sins, I suppose, is your new outfit. You've just released, I suppose, your debut single on the 15th of October. Would you like to tell us a bit about it?
So Staircase, the first single, released under the name Sins. So it's a song that we kind of just really put together in this prep studio and developed almost at every gig. We developed the sound of the song just by playing live, and it was a song that really grew from that live setting. Yeah, it kind of clicked. We just started off with the bass riff and then built up the haunting guitar sounds, and the end part, the kind of crescendo of slamming guitars, never used to be like that. We changed that literally a day before going into the studio.
Yeah, so I think Gio, obviously, that works with you, I think she's described it as an indie stomper, and that's perfect. Cheers, Aaron. So Aaron's going to flip between, we've got a split personality.
Yeah, I may have a photo of me in a haggis hat and a glass of champagne in my mouth, I believe.
Great. But yeah, no, you need to take the guys out. So you've still got like the previous releases then, so you're still playing the songs that you'd written as the band before. You'll still be including those like in all your sets and stuff.
I was just saying, we've kind of really evolved our set now. We're finding our own feet, which is quite nice. We've got quite a few songs which haven't been recorded, so we're looking forward to getting those out. And yeah, we've got all sorts. We got a bit of psychedelic in there now, and Oasis bangers, of course, Oasis-esque bangers. So
saying just before we started recording, what I can feel this huge sudden rise in like indie guitar music over the last couple of years. It just feels like there's like a new wave of indie guitar music coming through, and all of us three, and obviously the rest of your band, we're all based in the Southwest, which I don't think it's really an area of kind of like guitar bands really, like in terms of if you compare it to like Manchester or Liverpool. But I have seen more and more indie guitar bands coming through, like upcoming. But how do you feel like the Southwest compares to other areas of the country?
Yeah, I think it's definitely grown a lot in the last few years. Obviously, take COVID out of it, but before that, there's quite a few venues in the local towns that host touring bands, and usually the pool is there, the audience is there if you've got the right music and the right night organised. But yeah, traditionally, as you say, you kind of hear of Manchester, Liverpool, the northern cities kind of breeding those guitar bands. So hopefully, we can put the South on the map a bit.
So you guys are, I think it's tomorrow, isn't it? So as we're talking, tomorrow is the 12th of November. You guys are off, or you're back on your tour. I think you played in London last month, and you're going out again tomorrow.
Yeah, up to Mank. And then Liverpool on Sunday. So if you're in Liverpool, get down.
If you're watching this live at 6 p.m. on Sunday, you've got to be really quick.
Run. Yeah.
What venue are you playing in Liverpool?
Jimmy's.
I hosted a gig there a few weeks ago. and it's a really cool venue.
Nice.
It's great in there, isn't it? It's really cool. It used to be some American bar or something. It used to be dirty fry-ups in there. Jimmy's have brought it over now. It's a lot better.
And obviously got the nice
Proper
bar
fun.
upstairs as well. So yeah, if you're watching this, get yourselves down to Jimmy's. Then maybe so Manchester tomorrow.
Yeah, we've only played in Manchester once before. That's our outside of London and the south, the only city we've played in. So
how are you travelling up? Do you have a bus or?
we've got a little hire car. So yeah, we've hired a van before. We tried to do this as cheap as possible as well. We've got a 7-seater SUV. We're hoping it's big enough because we don't have to supply the drum kits, so it's a bit of a godsend, I think.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So are you you paying for hotels as well, or are you going to give them a van?
Sleeping on the street.
This is why we need to support upcoming bands. I don't think a lot of people realise, like, compared to how hard you work and how far you've got to travel and all the expenses and fees, like how little you actually get back for it. It's all great fun though.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you take that all aside, you do it for the one reason. It's just to play and try and build your name.
Got a bit of a gig swap organised, which is quite cool with a couple of the dates. So yeah, it gets us hopefully to play into a good audience that is no one knows who we are. That's what.
Got a big is it like you're doing a big headline show in Southampton?
Yeah, 11th of December is the headline one, to round things up.
So what are your goals for 2022, 2-3 years in the future?
World domination.
But do you know what though? I think as a band, I think you've got to believe that you can do that, and I think that will bring out the best of your ability.
Yeah, I think that's always our straight answer. Obviously, it's not going to be as plain sailing as that.
To be honest, I'd just be happy with a play on Radio 1. You know, that'll do me. And then we can quit.
No way. Once that happens, that's just the start. But no, like you say, it's a long way to the top. It'd be worth it. I think the more hard work that you do to get there, the whole kind of music scene's changed. There's a lot of people that are getting involved. Like people like me, like just all of a sudden just stumbled on this like new music scene, and you just see like just this huge array of talent, and it's more than just radio now. You've got people pushing it from loads of different like internet radio and social media and stuff like that.
Our next single is lined up. We're aiming, I think, will be start of January. Slightly different. We really stick to one specific genre or sound. We like to play around a bit, and because we all have different ideas, and this next one's a bit more of a ballady. So expect something slightly different, Staircase. And then,
that's great. And I think speaking as probably on behalf of a lot of music fans, it's nice to see bands experimenting and doing different kind of styles. Like you say, you can kind of remain like an indie band, but you can still go off and do like a slow song, or you can go a bit disco. I
think now, like, because especially like smaller bands that can only afford to release singles, like with the big artists, they, you know, a good artist will change their sound every album. But I find at this level, we sort of got to change every song. So that development happens a lot quicker, which is probably good for you guys that are listening as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think music, you can be as fluid as you like, I think, nowadays. Obviously, there are a few bands out there that just always sound the same, but not in a bad way, but they've just kind of got their kind of sound and style. But yeah, January is a good time to release songs because everyone's streaming on like Spotify when it comes to the end of the year. Like if they love a song that's right at the start of the year, you'll be on all like Wrapped at the end of the year. Who was your most listened to song? Yeah, because I do this playlist every year. I'll just add every single week. I'll like at the moment I'm adding like 60 to 70 songs a week. So yeah, and it's just like from the start of the year. So by the end of the year, I think it's like something ridiculous, like 160 hours long now.
That's it. Wow. What do you do at the end? You just delete the playlist?
No, I start a new one.
Do you?
2022, yeah. So in terms of like who writes the songs, is there one person in the band that writes it, or is it a collective thing?
Connor is the lead singer. He's the lyricist of the band. But then everything else, we kind of each do our own bit. We throw ideas at each other, be open to each other's criticism because it's constructive, and actually build from there. So yeah, collectively we write our own parts really, and then.
Oh, that's cool. Do you all live like quite close to each other? Do you get to practice quite a lot?
In the lead up to like the tour, we're trying to practice usually once a week.
Yeah, so you're trying to work all the time, just doing all of this like on the side. So it's so much hard work.
Completely. There's so much fluff behind the scenes. Where if you were back in the 60s or 70s, you just play your instruments and that's it. But yeah, now you've got to be marketing, PR, admin, everything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think we really found it with the name change as well, didn't we? To actually get the branding right, get the name right. Thankfully, we weren't in a rush, but it just takes so much behind the scenes that people don't even see. So,
and I think we always wanted to have a one-word sort of name, but you know, since the birth of rock and roll, most of the good ones are taken.
It's not because you're all very sinful people, is it? You'll have to do like a collection of like EPs of like the different 7 deadly sins.
Here we go. Heard it here first.
Like a love album for lust.
Envy, greed.
Envy. Yeah, just a gluttony. Just an EP all of just about fast food.
Yeah. Just eating tubs of ice cream. Yeah.
But no, but it's like it's the same with kind of music, I guess, as well. Have we covered like all the original concepts of music now?
I don't know. I think all music's always been copied from someone in some shape. You'll never change the raw form of guitar, and I don't think it'll ever not be missed. I think every time you think it's going to die, it bounces back.
It's been really nice the last couple of years, like the calibre of new music, especially during lockdown as well, just to see just so many bands. What about festivals and stuff? Have you got your eyes on any festivals next year?
We want to have a good festival season. We had a couple of kind of smaller ones this year, which we managed to secure, which was good. We played Victorious way back, just before we actually broke up. Quite a lot of the festivals, like Why Not, Trap Festival, all of the good indie festivals, we'd like to be on there. Like
those festivals are a great experience. I was at Isle of Wight in September, like with This Feeling stage, so I got to see like loads of bands. That was really cool. I only went to watch Liam Gallagher. That was it. Stayed in the new music stage for 4 days.
I would have definitely done what you'd done and stayed on the smaller stages.
Yes, we got to the likes of like the Skinner Brothers. Their set was amazing. The Claws.
Yeah, this Feeling got a good stage there. They got it. Why Not as well?
Yeah, This Feeling, they're great with what they do with all the upcoming bands and stuff. So obviously go and check out the new single that was out on the 15th of October.
Just stream the shit out of us, and that'll do.
It's lovely to chat to you guys. So thank you so much for joining me on the eve of your upcoming tour. I'm sure I can come and see you at some point because I'm not very far.
Definitely.
Please do. Yeah, please do.
Oh, well, thank you so much, guys. So that has been another Sunday session, and we'll be back next Sunday. But yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.